with 1 ball left.
Shivam.
Early today.
Shivam is next level.
Proactive.
Yeah. The question is, was the Indian team proactive? 159 for 5 is what West Indies have managed in their 20 overs. All down to some good hitting up top, good opening partnership Brendan King and Kyle Mayers had. After that, once again it was Nicholas Pooran who was threatening to take the game away from India, getting 20 of just 12 deliveries. And then from where he left off, it was once again the man who fired in that first T20I, their captain Rovman Powell, with 38 of just 18 deliveries and a strike rate of 211, is what has pushed West Indies to 157 for 5. When it comes to the
No, that's 59. Not updated. It's 159 and he's got 40.
Yeah.
Well, I said 159, yeah.
Yeah.
In terms of Indian bowling, it is an interesting bowling card to read. For one, you got to see full 4 overs by Akshar Patel. He's the same bowler who got just couple of overs in the first T20I, got no over in the second T20I, but has now got 4 overs when it comes to the third T20I. Other than that, it was interesting that Mukesh Kumar was barely used until the 18th over. That's when he came in and then got to bowl the 18th and the 20th over. 1 over that wasn't bowled, if you look at that quota of 4 overs, was by Hardik Pandya and Arshdeep Singh. So that 1 over that was left was bowled by Mukesh Kumar. Arshdeep, the most expensive, 3 overs for 33, and then after that Mukesh going for almost 10 and over, but he obviously bowled the last 2 overs, so not the ideal time. But that bowler who didn't get to bowl a single over in Akshar Patel, he was the most economical, bowling his 4 for just 24 at an economy of 6. Plenty to talk about. Harshit and Shane join me. Do send in your questions. We'll take that. Thoughts about West Indies' batting?
I'm worried, man.
Worried? What?
I think West Indies have an above par total, yeah.
Why would you, say it's an above par total?
I was looking at some of the previous scores here. 147 or 49 is the par score first innings over here.
India got 152 last game. That's 7 runs short of what West Indies has got.
Yeah, 159.
7 runs short of what West Indies has got. And you were of the opinion that India should have got 165.
I said 170, I remember.
165.
165, yeah.
165, you had said, on the same pitch. So India got 152 and you were saying 15 runs short. West Indies got 7 more runs and you're saying above par total. Please explain that to me.
This West Indies batting lineup gives me far more confidence.
No. Such an easy answer. The benefit of hindsight. You know how badly the pitch is playing now.
No, but also I will give this West Indies side much more. I believe in them much more at the moment than the Indian batting side.
Acha. No, so the batting side that you don't believe in, you're not happy with 152 and you wanted them to get 160.
Yeah.
No, it's definitely, I think, more than what, it's an above average total for sure.
See, that pitch offered spin.
It's the same pitch.
Is the same strip?
Yeah, same strip.
Regardless.
Harshit, you're digging yourself a hole.
No, but then if it's the same strip and they've gotten 160 to chase, then West Indies are definite favourites. No two ways about it.
No, India got 152 and he was saying 2 less.
But then that
170.
time, but that time we didn't quite know, right? This is the same strip. We have the benefit of seeing one match being played. He doesn't.
See, 159 and India chasing 160. If you ask me, I don't think it's a daunting total for India to chase. If you bat well, India should chase this down. should chase it down. I don't think the West Indian bowling, compare it to the two departments, West Indies batting is the stronger suit. So their bowling, had it been a very tough bowling lineup with some outstanding spinners on a pitch that is, a bit slow, I would have said, yeah, tough. But this bowling lineup, India should chase it. The only problem I see for India at the moment is that the batting lineup for India has been out of form. I'm not saying it's a weak batting lineup. I think the same batting lineup on most occasions, I would have expected them to have gotten runs. But the fact that they've been out of form for some time, a lot of those batters, is the only reason I think that they can't chase it. Otherwise, 159, I'll take it. I think where the game really turned around was that 15th over that Kuldeep bowled. Was that the 15th, if I'm not mistaken? Could have been somewhere there. He gives away 2 runs, picks up 2 wickets. At the over where he gets Nicholas Pooran out.
Yeah.
At that stage, I am looking at 170 for West Indies. Easy. They are 105 for 2 and it is the 15th over. So, with 6 overs to go from there on, I'm looking at 12 and over, easy, with 8 wickets in hand, and it's a 170 sort of a target that I think West Indies is getting to. If it wasn't for that last few blows that West Indies hit off first Arshdeep and then Mukesh, the last 2 overs, they would have finished at about 152, 53 where India got, and then the complete game would have looked very different. That 1 over gave India hope, otherwise 170, it could have been even more. That particular over by Kuldeep kind of changed the complexion of the game, because imagine if Pooran had a longish stay at the crease. It did not. But after that, Roman did it. So I think I'd be 50-50 on this. I think India can chase it. Also remember, they've got Yashasvi in this particular game. He's been in good form. He plays aggressive cricket. India could.
I don't know. I think the West Indies, this bowling lineup, not weak, and I think they are somehow going to fare better now that they have 2 spinners instead of 1. So I think India will have to bat well. One player has to play a big knock.
Roston Chase can go for a few.
How?
Offie again. I don't know. Because there's not a lot of batsmen in form for India, which is I can't really put my finger and say, okay, I bank on this guy to get me over the line. If at all I have to name one, looks like only Surya, because he still got me some runs in the first 2. Otherwise, I'm not too sure.
Where did Surya get you runs?
He didn't, exactly. If you have to bank on anyone, it would be either Tilak or Yashasvi.
21, I think he got in the first.
Yeah,
second, he did. Second, he was run out.
Tilak would be the only one.
Perhaps.
Tilak's the guy. Tilak is the guy, and so is.
I think Jaiswal, because again, he comes in without any of that burden of having to play for a spot. But Tilak would be your best bet if you're going for a safe bet. Someone has to play long, and it would probably be him.
Are you worried about Arshdeep's form?
I've been worried for ages.
Why? Just now
We're seeing him after ages, firstly.
No, we were just talking about Arshdeep should have been in contention for even ODI World Cup. This is just before this series started.
I agree, but I think why I've been worried for him, and it's not all down to him, is that for whatever reason he's seemingly transformed or been transformed into more of a front-end swing bowler, whereas his death used to be bowling in the death, and he's lost out.
But he got a chance to bowl in the death.
Exactly. He's lost out on that art now, which is worrisome.
In search of the swing in the opening stages of the match, where he's usually now given the ball, I think what's gone for a toss or the trade-off's been his bowling in the depth.
I remember Arshdeep from even 3-4 years ago, from
Punjab days.
He would still get you wickets up on top with the ball swinging, and would come back, maybe bowl an over or 2 up top and come and bowl 2
in the death.
Over in the death. That's exactly what he'd been doing.
Did we see him bowl in the power play
Not necessarily, not always, because again,
this was,
at one point
the first time
Shami.
we saw it was the New Zealand series
At one point, Punjab Kings used to have Shami. So they used to mostly be using him and someone else.
He's always bowled.
No, not necessarily. We'll have to check that.
I can't remember him not bowling.
In the power play, I don't, because 3 of his overs would certainly be saved for the death.
At least 2, if not
2.
At least 2, yeah.
So
but
that's what he's doing now also. He's bowling 2 in the death.
But I don't remember him being trusted with a new ball back then. Let's say in his nascent days or whatever.
He was given the new ball for the Indian team as well. When he was playing
That I think was a first, let's say, in this New Zealand series that we had earlier.
No, he did it even in the World Cup. World Cup 2. World Cup 2.
Always been bowling. I can't imagine him not bowling. I don't think anything on that front has changed. And by the way, he could swing the ball earlier as well. I remember him taking the wicket with the ball swinging. So there's nothing new when it comes to Arshdeep's performance with the ball. I don't know what has gone wrong. One thing you can clearly see, his strength was Yorkers.
And that's deserted him
And
totally.
the Yorkers have completely disappeared. They're now falling in as length deliveries, which are now getting whacked. So that length is gone, which can happen to any fast bowlers missing on that Yorker length.
Yeah.
The other thing which he's not doing, which he barely did today, once or twice maybe he did, but he should do it more often, is not using the cutters more.
Exactly.
You have to look at different ways of finding, those dot balls or, deliveries where the batter missed times. That's not what he's trying to do. He bowled one or two cutters, which look decent. I think it kind of confused the batsman, but he's not doing it more often. And which is why I was an advocate of him being looked at in the ODI World Cup format. Now,
In hindsight, that's not the worst decision in the world to not have him there.
which anyway he would have not been, because right now your fourth fast bowler for the World Cup, for the 50 over World Cup, is anyway going to be a fight between Jaydev Unadkat and
Mukesh.
Shardul Thakur.
Mukesh is nowhere near.
Mukesh cannot. Your three are Mohammad Shami, Siraj
And
and
just
Bumrah.
Bumrah.
Your three are done. You'll only take four fast bowlers because fifth is Hardik
Hardik.
Pandya. So your fourth fast bowler is right now between Jaydev Unadkat and Shardul Thakur. If you ask me personally, there's no comparison there. Shardul goes without a doubt. He's taking more wickets plus the batting option that he gives you. There's no doubt that Shardul goes. So again, the whole conversation now doesn't run. Maybe Arshdeep, you'd have to have him in form when you look at the next T20 World Cup. That's what
He's
is
playing the
worrying.
Asian games anyway.
That is what is worrying. Let's take a few questions before the team really come out. Jaspir is saying what?
He's saying that by Parthiv Patel's logic, Hardik is not a smart captain and needs someone's help.
What do you make of this? This is a different take on that whole thing.
I
It's a
don't know.
very interesting take though.
I
Have
don't
to
know.
think.
No, I don't think, I wouldn't say that he doesn't know what he's doing.
Yeah, I was surprised with
But are you
what he
understanding
said
what
the other
Jaspir
day.
is
Yes, but the
Yeah.
other day with Hardik saying, it becomes difficult to rotate spinners. I wasn't the most impressed with that comment, given that you should have. It was a straightforward decision to bowl Chahal then.
By the way, today the whole argument last time was that Akshar did not bowl because they were left-handers. Today Mayas was there and he bowled his
In the power play.
overs too. He got the wickets of Kalmias as well. So it's not that he cannot bowl to a lefty. He did get whacked for 2 fours by the lefty, but despite that, picked up the wicket, was decent enough. Got his overs done. So if need be, you can look at him bowling, even the left-hander, which has changed. But just to go back on that Jaspir comment, I think it's an interesting take, Jaspir, that you have. That one way of looking at that comment by Parthiv Patel is that can Hardik not handle everything himself, and that he needs support of Rahul Dravid? I don't think that's true. Sometime, especially in T20 cricket, if you look at it globally, while cricket has always been a game where the captain takes majority of the decision, globally, if you look at it, T20, because it's so fast-paced, you need some sort of a support from
But
outside.
for that, don't you have a vice captain?
No. It even in T20 cricket, there is you look at IPL games, the coach is constantly sending messages
Yes.
in T20 cricket.
Yes.
So you need a lot of support from the outside. There is a reason why all these data analysts and all are sitting.
Correct.
A lot of decisions which you cannot take a decision on the field while you're playing. So I understand what Jaspir is saying, but in Test cricket, a captain on the field can take those decisions, maybe to an extent in one-day cricket. But T20, because so many things are happening, it's not possible for the captain now at that pace. It happens in a lot of other sports. It happens in football, it happens in hockey, which are fast-paced sport, where a lot of data through the coach, through your breaks or through your rest of the players during substitution and so on and so forth, those messages are being passed. So it has now begun to happen in cricket. It's going away from how it used to be in cricket, where the captain took the call. T20 is changing all that. And in that regard, I think you have to take the comment in that context, that the kind of dynamic, out of the box thinking, proactive thinking that you sometimes need from the coach in T20, which is now a reality, is lacking. So I don't think Hardik is, clueless, as you point out. He is good, but needs that support. It helps in the IPL. All T20 captains nowadays need that kind of support.
I think, you see it more with T20s because of the nature of the game. It's just one thing can change everything. So the more data you have, the more, the better, more informed a decision you can take, really. So I don't think the coach's role, I think, is most important for the shortest format.
Yeah. Dr. Strain says that good that Ishan has been dropped in T20Is. He can be considered for tests and ODIs, but not T20Is. No.
But I think
he's saying that basis his recent form. Like overall you're mentioning. Averages just about 20. He's played decent amount of games now. Pretty much going through the same patch that Rishabh Pant was in T20 cricket. He wasn't lighting things up either. So yeah.
But I don't think his form's not been good. We highlighted that. But
okay then.
Can he be out of contention from T20 World Cup? I don't think so. Too far off.
Yeah, and don't forget,
things will change.
And arguably his best format was meant to be T20s. Yeah. By the way, Yashasvi Jaiswal gone.
Yes, the debutant.
They're all looking forward to it. But you know what? I don't mind that dismissal.
Okay, he went for a good shot.
Yeah.
The shot was there.
You gotta go for it. That's how you'll have to play your T20 cricket. He went for it. Good on him. He's playing his debut game
with fearlessly.
Yeah.
He's played it the way it should be. So good on Yashasvi. It's okay. Faced 2 balls, got out on 1. That was in the slot. Went for it. Didn't connect it that well to clear the boundary. Got out. No problem. Happens. West Indies were 2 for 2.
Yeah.
Chased down 152. But for that, somebody needs to play our innings like Nicholas.
And that's not to say we'd want to be 2 for 2 and then win the game. But yeah.
No, but somebody has to play a knock like Nicholas Puran and
counter attack, take the game away from the opposition.
Surya now. Hardik will come in now.
Shivam thinks that Hardik will play that.
No. 100% Sky will come in now.
Yeah.
He just thinks Hardik will be the one who plays that knock.
None of you are picking Sky to play that knock. Why not?
Yeah, I mean,
if anyone,
it had to be him.
It can. Just want to take that comment by 84 AGT SD Roy
AGT whatever.
He says Arshdeep tried 4 Yorkers because you were talking about Arshdeep in the 17th over, 3 knee-high full tosses and 1 really low full toss. He has completely lost his Yorker accuracy of IPL 2021. That's exactly what we discussed.
Yeah.
That's why I wanted to take that comment, because those are exact thoughts that we looked at. Why is it that Arshdeep is not really, the same bowler? Not so much that he's transformed his role. I thought that he always bowls with a new ball and also can get you, deliveries with his swing. But that ability to get those Yorkers right at the death, that's just suddenly disappeared. Talking about who's that guy who will play that role, first ball that Surya Kumar Yadav faces, 4. You guys were not hopeful of him doing it. If there's one guy, it is him.
Hopefully.
He's had, 3 not so good ODI games, 2 not so good T20 games. You've discarded him. Prashant Chauhan, what's he saying?
Said it's a huge strip, and looking at the recent form of our lads against the ball that spins even 2 degrees, I feel another process monologue coming our way.
Prashant! Good comment. We'll keep an eye out on that. What is that one and that balloon?
I think that's the 1-year anniversary of him maybe sending a super chat or something. Could be something like that.
Okay.
Or maybe Prashant. His first one.
See, it's with the first super chat. There we go.
Welcome to the club, Prashant. But I like your comment. It's a good one. But I'm not agreeing with you. I just have a feeling India is going to chase this down.
Be good. Be very good if they do.
Be a good game.
Keep the series alive.
And as if on cue, Sky's hit a 4 followed by 6.
I think Nishita, there's another comment there.
That's how you play it.
Oh, no?
And for the series to be alive, and kicking. So we're back here on the weekend, Saturday, Sunday, 2 cracking games.
Back to back. Laura Hill.
So we'll see you now. Game's on. Sky is batting. I want to see it. Sorry. I'm gonna, scoot now. But see you guys soon at the end of the game. That's a longer session. We usually go on for an hour. Take all your questions. Look forward to some good batting. Bye-bye. Take care. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. The spinner. That's a smart ploy. To bring
Very
it.
smart player.
Smart ploy.
Especially
Went for
because even
runs.
Gill was struggling against the spinners.
Yes. Once fell while charging down, the other time.
And it was Akil only, remember? He got that one ball to turn square against Gill, which actually panicked
Are we
everyone.
live or have we ended?
Right?
We're still live. I said bye. But he wants us to be so we'll take this comment from Karthik K.
Just in time. What's he
From the
saying?
US of A. He says, can we blame Rahul Dravid for global warming and COVID too now?
Saying basically we blame him for everything.
I'm loving you guys and your sense of humor and your comments. Keep them coming. I like that. No, we're not going to blame him. I'm a huge Rahul Dravid fan and I have huge respect for him. I've had the privilege of covering him for a long time. And while and by the way, he's one of my favorite test captains as well. I was privileged enough to see some incredible test victories live at the ground while he was captaining. So I'd be the last one to blame him. But truth be told, I think in T20 cricket, and I gave you example earlier of IPL as well as what you're seeing for India. I think the signs aren't great, and there's nothing wrong, right? He's a great player.
Yeah.
He's been a great coach at under 19 level as well.
Hmm.
But not everything translates into success at all level.
Correct.
I mean, I keep giving example. Sachin Tendulkar could do no wrong on the cricket field, yet captaincy was something that just didn't click with him.
Yeah.
That doesn't make him any less of a player. So, as that ball's turning, I don't know, but Akil Hussain is a good bowler.
It's very, very.
Now, bye-bye.
Smart operation.
If Shivam doesn't end the stream this time, I'll just take off my mic and go.